For all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
China has countered India's claim that China's People's Liberation Army's bid to intrude into the southern bank of the Pangong Tso lake area in Ladakh on August 29th night was thwarted by the Indian Army. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Hua Chunying instead blamed India for the escalation in border tensions and violating its sovereignty while addressing a press conference in Beijing.
On August the 31st, the Indian troops broke earlier reached at meetings and talks and on the southern bank of Pangong Lake and near the Reqing Mountain. Indian troops illegally crossed the line in open provocation, causing renewed tension. It violated China's territorial sovereignty and the two sides' agreements and consensus.
Furthermore, Beijing asked India to pull back its troops instead.
We asked the Indian side to immediately stop all provocations, pull back the trespassing personnel, and stop actions that might complicate or escalate the situation.
Hua Chunying also asserted that the 70-odd years since the founding of New China, China never provoked any war or occupied an inch of any nation's territory.
The Indian side's statement may be different from China's, but there's only one truth. 70-odd years since the founding of New China, China never provoked any war or conflict and never occupied an inch of other countries' territory. China border troops always strictly abide by the LAC and never cross the line. Perhaps there are some communication issues.
While calling for a peaceful resolution to all differences, China said bilateral relations must be maintained.
I think both sides should stick to facts and have goodwill in maintaining the overall bilateral relations and take concrete measures to jointly safeguard peace, tranquility along the border.
Hua also mentioned about the increased military presence of India along the line of actual control, which she said went against peaceful coexistence.
We noticed that for some time in India, there have been many media reports about increased military along the border. People of the two countries want to live peacefully together, and such Indian media reports are not consistent with people's aspiration. We hope the Indian side will take China's concern seriously and make concrete contributions to peace and tranquility and development of bilateral relations.
Tensions between the two nations were at its peak in recent times after 20 Indian soldiers were killed along the LAC during a violent clash with Chinese troops in June. Since then, China and India have been engaging in multi-level talks at the military and diplomatic levels to diffuse tensions along the LAC, the de facto border between the two nations. But despite several rounds of talks, complete troop disengagement is yet to happen.